Hey, what's up, Mr. 10K? Hello?
Hello.
Mr. 10K.
Hey, 10K. 10K's all around.
Did you touch your balls
10K's all around.
with
No.
that hand
No.
that you just touched?
No, I didn't.
Don't look at the camera.
I didn't do that.
Don't gin from the office us.
No, I didn't touch my
Just look
balls.
at us. Don't look at the camera.
Stop.
Non-stop brought up child pageants, and
No,
now you want me to
it's
have
you.
a...
I was so clear that the child pageant was adults only. I couldn't have been more clear.
In the
when we
name, you
talked
could have
about
been more
it.
clear. In the name, you
I
could have been more
said
clear.
child pageant, adults only.
You could just say pageant, adults only. Drop the child. It's clear.
Okay, the pageant for adults. Bring your kids edition.
But we don't want their kids there.
You don't get concerned about this?
Things people say to him are fucked up. So there's this like string of videos from other YouTubers that go to this town after to see if it's like really the most racist town in America. Like that's the context.
I
of
hate
all
the
these
idea
videos.
of stimulating this tiny little town's economy by like, you know, having like racist tourism to go there.
We should go to that town in Arkansas with like a Black Lives Matter sign, but it's one of those cool big arrows, and we do like the spinning around on the corner. We do a bunch of cool
Nobody's
tricks.
gonna be able to read it.
They're like, I don't like what he's doing, but it looks pretty cool.
But like, there's a big arrow pointing over to that pizza place.
Well,
so.
he's surfing on it. there ain't no water over there.
Yeah, that's true. They'd be like, I don't know what it says, but
Next question. Draw my poop. Just what you
hey,
think. Just
you
what
know what? With pleasure.
Just what you think it looks like. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Everyone turn. So Aiden's.
I drew a toilet
All right, so
bowl.
Aiden's is a perfect spiral poop.
Yeah, it's like a snake.
It's like a
coiled.
snake coiled up.
Snaky
Ludwig's is standing out of the toilet straight up, like
Like
imagine
Washington
if you took a
Monument.
baguette and you stuck it in the toilet hole and you let it come out of the toilet.
That's
and
what I
then
drew.
Slime's is more of like a cartoon poop. Is that an airplane and a cloud next to
imagine-
it?
this is you.
That's me next to it.
I
and
imagine while pooping, you went up.
Yeah. So
Me and my other 6th grade friends at the time would talk to this one kid, Seth, who was an 8th
Seth
grader.
was cool.
Seth was pretty funny. He was a little weird, but he was really funny, and he'd always hang out and sit with us. And about I want to say 5 years later, we found out that Seth, at the age of 19, was arrested for having sex with a horse for the second time.
What? Wait, hold on.
The law is everyone
Seth-
gets one.
Seth,
Everyone gets
You're
one
telling
fuck.
me he used his second time before 20?
Dude, was it the same horse?
that's a good question, but
The
Seth-
horse
Seth-
texted him like, "Where you been?"
I mean, this is apparently had been happening for a while, but I don't know how they finally got cut. But Seth 19 would hang out with this guy in his mid-40s.
It was like a police horse.
and
They
they
like
would
set up
go-
his bait.
It was a sting.
Yeah.
It was a pony.
Just set up the pony like all sexy like.
and they would go have sex with horses.
We're gonna cut your mane to look sexier. You just
And,
stay out
dude,
here. And
It's what's the show where they steal the cars?
A bait car.
Dude,
it's
baithorse.com.
baithorse.com.
It's baithorse.com. And they leave horses out, waiting for people to fuck them.
Baitcar.com was my Steam name for like a year. Dude, so this horse, this basically, I'm imagining To Catch a Predator, and it's just like, damn, what are you wearing right now? It's just like, I'm a horse.
I am a horse with horse feet, and I
He's
have a
like-
saddle on.
And he's like, oh, baby, yeah.
It's like,
the horse, they meet up. They're like, want to go to my barn, and then it's fucking. What's the guy's name? Catch
Seth.
Predator guy.
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
But he's got a cowboy hat and overalls.
he walks in on a horse. He's like, "Why do you think I sit on that saddle
It's
over
just
there?"
BoJack Horseman at that point.
So what happened with this guy?
No, he got arrested. He went to jail.
He went
Is
to
there an
jail?
article?
Yeah, for
Like, can I
animal
look this
abuse.
up?
Busting inside of a horse's
You
ass
probably
or
can.
Is
pussy.
this Googleable?
Dude,
I think, unfortunately,
Local resident Seth busts in a horse.
Yeah,
The largest cum
could
shot
probably
known
it
to
just
man
shows
in
the
a
horse. The horse is just standing there, and there's
Like
Absent-mindedly.
horrified with like a child that's half human, half horse.
it's just drinking water. It's like the horse totally cream pied by Seth. Refused to do an interview.
There's hot, juicy ropes shot into this horse's pussy.
The horse refused to comment, but the ropes are still inside. Drop the daily. I haven't listened to him in so long.
It's been a little whack lately.
It's
I
been
don't know.
whack.
I don't know if I had a very selfish thought
What?
today in the car
That you don't want Michael Babbar on
when
the
I was
podcast?
listening to it, and I was like, I don't know if I can keep listening to this Ukraine stuff
Dude, that is the most problematic thing you've ever
It's
said.
just the tweets don't pop anymore. So it's like, why would I know more about it?
Yo, I keep tweeting out love for Ukraine, but the likes keep going down.
I don't
No, I know you don't.
tweet that
And
shit.
Aimen solemnly deleting the Ukrainian flag emoji in
Tell us about your miserable trip. your hell trip.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. It was literally my
right.
worst Christmas ever.
ever.
Yeah.
Why'd
Your
you say it
mom
like
died.
Yeah, but when I was 1.
was it
on
on
Christmas?
Was it on Christmas?
So
Did she die on Christmas?
no, I don't
If she
think
did, that
so.
would have been really mean, by the way.
I don't think so.
No.
Yes, it would.
No, it would have been me reminding him of what he lost.
That's a mean thing to do.
No, it would be bringing up his most painful memory. That's not me.
yeah, no,
It's
that's
not,
good for
that's
him.
the whole thing.
That's
it's
facts and
not a
logic.
memory.
This guy doesn't care about war-torn countries.
We need to have
I
a
do
sit down
care.
on
I
what's
do.
mean. So I'm just going
I
around
do
being
care.
like, what hurts you deep?
I do
And then
care.
weeks
And this is where my mom was talking about you. She was asking about all your holiday plans, and then she was talking about how brilliant your writing is.
Oh, wow.
His writing.
Yeah, the only thing she's read is probably the thing I wrote for my dead dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the love letters to her. That
And yeah, that was it. Yeah. She didn't know about that thing I wrote. She was
She
just
didn't mention that.
Yeah.
She was just talking about
Dear
the
Mrs. Calvin,
dead dad.
it's been months since we've last talked.
the war in Ukraine is still going on.
Your son seems disinterested. It concerns me.
I'm concerned. I don't want anybody to die in war.
Let us cook.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking I don't want anyone
It's
to die
just like
in
4
war.
episodes a week. It's just 4 episodes a
so-
week. Every episode's 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
I feel like war is wrong.
I imagine the people in Ukraine are like, yeah, we don't want to hear about
Just
it
like
either.
stop the violence.
Yes, we did.
What happened is you guys came home and you said, I got a dozen donuts. And then by the time you explained they were on the floor, it was like in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
No, it happened. 100% happened.
I think you guys told me I was about to bite it, and you're like, no, because the slime will troll you. But there's a line where he's like, he'll be like, oh,
I don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah,
And it might have formaldehyde in it.
Yeah. Don't eat it, just a little
that's
bit.
the cold one.
Come one.
Would
Come ones. It's a.
you guys do a challenge?
It's a wing show.
Dozen donuts glazed. One of them I came on.
Oh, life or level?
Yeah.
Wait, like,
It's
and then
it's
you
Sean
only have to eat
Evans.
one.
You
only
have to eat one donut, but you have to pick, and if you pick the cum one, you have to eat it all.
But what do I win?
You gotta finish
If
it.
you don't pick the cum one, you win 10K.
Wow, this is good odds.
That's
yeah,
insane
what the
odds.
fuck? I would
I would eat the cum donut for 10K. I don't care. I know you're clean.
I would also do that.
Don't shake on eating my cum, you fucking weirdos.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
10K is 10K, baby.
I might have to lower the money
Dude,
amount.
I don't know why this.
You wouldn't do this.
No, no shot.
What would you do it for?
Free.
Either way. Yeah, on the subject of penises, you know what I found out?
Wait, whoa.
Wait, what a pivot.
So I watched this whole video about why the Michelangelo statue has a tiny pecker. And the reason why is because back in the times of like ancient Greeks,
Uh-huh.
Right.
tiny penises were thought to be a sign of intelligence and logic and like citizenship.
That sounds like
Dude.
something
Civilization.
that a person with a tiny penis.
I know.
Some guy pulled his pants down. And she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "That makes me cool."
yeah,
That was Socrates.
yeah, but no lie, like
I'm good at math.
they paint like there's like paintings of like who they consider savages with like giant wieners, like just like disgustingly huge. So like having a giant cock was like this problem, and it meant that you were like undeveloped and stupid and all this shit. And it's even like written like a true like Greek like citizen will have like a large mind and a tiny prick.
Dude.
It's
and
like-
you're like going to your mom and dad, you're like, my cock is so big. No one's gonna
I was
fuck
just
me.
thinking that.
This sounds like a fucking narrative because you're the big dick Chad in Greek times. I don't need to fucking go to school. I'll just cut it up and like be cool.
Yeah.
And then if you have a tiny penis, it's like, damn, I need to get really good at my abacus. So like people respect me.
You're the Bill Gates of ancient Greece.
This just sounds like propaganda from some foreign invader who all had massive hogs.
Maybe.
And all the Greek women were going nuts, and they were like, no, it's bad.
Yeah. That's exactly how it looks to this day.
Stop. He's gonna give you dumb babies.
That makes him dumb.
You have to sleep with me if you
Makes
want a
him dumb.
smart
His,
baby.
his huge giant cock that makes you quiver like a fucking like a sonar boat. That's not. That's bad. Don't,
Dude.
Yeah.
don't let him fuck you with that giant old dick.
Cannot
Stop it.
compare an orgasm to a sonar boat.
Why?
No, I think it plays.
Because you've never had one like that?
You know
You've
what?
never had your prostate?
Hey,
You know what? You're right.
I found the Greek mathematician.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
No, I'm a savage.
I bet you've read so many fucking books, you fucking loser.
Also,
Speaking of fucking dreams, I got the most horrifying text from Cutie this morning.
was it I saw a dream?
No, it was not I have a dream. It was I had such a bad dream about you. Classic. Classic.
Hey, girlfriend, guys, rise up in fear.
To be fair,
Not me, though.
Dream Ludwig is always up to fucking
I'm
no
up to
good.
no good. Does this happen to you?
Yeah, oh yeah. And then they actually don't like you for like a day.
They're mad. They're a little
And it's
mad.
just like, I didn't do what you're saying.
Emotionally, they hold on to what Dream Me did.
Until you
Yeah.
apologize.
Dream Me goes fucking nuts, though.
Me and Dream You would have a lot of fun together.
Dream Me's making you quake and quiver, and she's in the room, and I don't stop.
Cutie in the cuck chair while Dream You and regular me.
I got a mish.
So what? How'd you resolve it? Did you say I'm sorry? Whatever I,
I
did.
said, what happened? She said, I'll tell you later.
That's crazy.
So she's holding on to it.
Bro, that's fucked
It's
up.
because
I don't even know what it
Dream
is.
You is a sexual deviant who you're in a sexual arms race to get off.
Apparently.
Nothing is ever enough for Dream You.
Dream Me busts so much.
And Dream
Yeah.
Cutie stays with you for some
Yeah.
reason.
You're the Joseph Stalin of busting a nut.
In dreams. Yeah.
You are the Irish representation on the show. No,
Yeah.
I just learned that.
Plus, I'm wearing green, and my prostate's the size of an orange.
Oh, Aiden, come over here. I'm gonna explore
Get
you.
over here and let me suck on your prostate like a
I'm gonna
walnut.
explore your charm, Aiden.
We are the same.
He so like on the TVs is February, and so they had
It's what?
it's February. It's February.
I'm not gonna stand for that.
What the fuck's wrong with that? It's
I'm
February.
not gonna fuck around and be around that.
That's how you say it. How you say it?
You are being weird.
Yeah. So it's February, and so on the top two movies are I think it was Black Panther, Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
and then I think another movie for like Black History Month. Mm-hmm. So Aiden starts
What's so funny, Aiden?
Aiden starts booting up. He starts doing this the whole film.
No.
He does it the whole film.
They come ask if he wants his dinner. He's like, I'm still in my moment of silence. I'm still doing it.
He says, I don't eat till they
Why
eat.
is he freaking out? Why is Aiden freaking out? What is so funny?
And then all the way, the flight attendants clapped. They started clapping. They said, "Sir, that is the
We found
most
who gave us
powerful
chocolate.
thing."
We found him. He's right here.
I thought that was weird of him.
It was weird. Richard Silver on the YouTube comments.
Shout out to Dick Silv.
Hold up. Aiden invited a bunch of people without asking you to an event that he didn't pay for, and when he found out too many people are going, he started calling off the people you invited instead of the ones he did. If that is true, that is actually insane.
And then it's just
390 upvotes. Aiden replies,
Fuck, that's more than 100.
Aiden, music note, Calvin. None of this is how it happened, and if my friend actually had a problem with how it
like that.
happened, he wouldn't have
Don't
talked
say it
about
like
it in the
that.
video.
You can't
Have you
narrate
guys
like
ever
that.
thought about that? There's
now
more.
I'm a GC right now. You just made me
It was a mistake.
Guys, quit it. Quit. I'm getting really mad.
I'm not done. I'm not done. It was a mistake that you were misconstruing even further than what it actually was. Line break. Dan has, dude, you're talking about people in the thread. Dan has loosely the right idea. Basically, somebody stuck up for me. What did it say? What did somebody stuck up for me? Shut the fuck up.
Shoot us out there, man.
Dan replied in Aiden's corner, no, he thought the box was bigger than it was, invited a bunch of people in a group, inviting some people that Lud had already invited. Then, upon finding out the box was too small, he told the people he invited the box was full. This is Dan. This is Dan. But unfortunately, that overlap with some of the people Lud had already invited, some of which are confused and ended up not going.
narrating it.
Dude, the way he was like,
Stop
guys, like,
narrating.
yeah, just some people got to me. I had to I just kind of reply.
I'm not done.
Not to be a content creator.
I'm not done reading Aiden's response. Dan has loosely the right idea.
Nobody would say that in real life. Nobody would be a prick in real life like this. I hate these people.
Well,
and
Richard,
you can't talk to me because you do this. You do this.
I'm not
you can't talk to me,
denying
you
that.
do this.
Brother Bear, I'm not denying
I'll
that.
say it.
I need to finish this.
I think Richard's more right than Dan. I find like an interesting fact about Canada. All right, here's the interesting fact: age of consent 16, age of consent for anal 18. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yes.
This is
Canada is
the same thing.
homophobic.
Canada has a different age of consent for
Uh-huh.
anal.
It's 2 years later.
What is that?
No. That's like getting married. That's like getting married before sex, and then like before sex too.
The law specifically states it's 18 if you're not married.
So you can get married at 16 and have butt sex
What?
legally in Canada.
Yeah.
So they're just homophobic.
Can you get
Yeah,
gay? Can
they're
you
just
get, no,
homophobic.
can you get gay married in Canada? Amen. Check.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can get gay married at 16, and two men or women, I guess. Does not penises count?
Like a strap on? I
Yeah.
don't think they have like
Can you get
if
can
strap
two,
on
can-
then legal.
Can
Yeah,
two?
the consent law, it has a strap-on addendum.
yeah.
This is a real question.
I don't
'Cause what
thi-
if I am a 16-year-old lesbian woman who wants to get married to
You're
my
close.
16-year-old lesbian love of my life, and we want to do butt stuff?
They didn't go this deep. Like they didn't have you in the parliament.
Didn't have you.
okay, but wait. For a second.
Give me the powdered wig. I can get in there.
So-
I can solve shit.
I'll- like-
Are we talking bananas? Are we talking tiny
My
baseball
dog's
bats?
in the room. My dog's in the room watching. What's up with that? What's up with that?
I am with a friend of mine. Her name was Cheyenne, and we were just up there hanging out and talking. And there was these other kids that like kept like way younger. They're like they're probably like 8, and they're playing around, and they keep peeking up because you peek over this ladder into the top area, and they keep giggling and peeking up at us. Me and her are sitting about the distance that me and Nick are, just sitting there like talking to each other. And
I'll be her.
15 yards for audio listeners.
Scheming
not scheming, talking about the Lay's chips and the bananas
and the heist
and the heist that we're going to commit this coming
and
week.
the crack pipe.
And then like maybe 15 minutes pass and a dad comes up. Clearly the dad of these
What kind of
kids
dad
that
we
have been
talking?
around for a while. He's like a stocky, really ripped
hot.
Hispanic guy.
a hot
Hispanic
Shaved
guy.
head. He
Oh,
was pretty
yeah.
attractive, I would
Shirt.
say. Yeah.
Shirt slightly too tight, but it fits him good.
It was tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight
Got a
t-shirt.
bulge. got
Is
a
this how
bulge in
you
his
found
pants.
out you were bisexual?
No.
Is this Bean Shake Way walks up with his hot nipples popping out of his fucking collar?
He's allowed to say that. He's a mustache.
That's right.
and
I
he
ain't been
comes
noodle on
up.
Sundays, bro. I got the fucking pass, bro. I'm not kidding.
No, continue. Tell us about the dad.
All my friends growing up.
And he says, "Hey, you guys got to knock it off up there." The kids say you've been kissing in front of them, and that's a problem. You
Wait.
guys, please don't do that in front of the kids. And we're so confused. We're like, we haven't been kissing. Like it's like we're not kissing each other. And he's like, look, the kids wouldn't lie. They just wouldn't do that.
Oh,
so you
wow.
guys need to knock it off. And he's like pissed.
So you're getting gaslit by a hot dad,
And I'm stun locked.
and you could just take credit for making out with a girl, but instead you're like, no, I wasn't. I swear.
I wasn't. No,
Yeah.
I've never kissed a girl in my life.
Yeah. Okay.
and
I
what
would
he-
never do that. I would never.
Do I look like
ever
someone
do
who would
that.
ever get to kiss a girl?
Yuck. Don't say that I did that because I would never kiss Cheyenne ever. And you're
me,
like,
and, me and her did end up kissing
Whoa.
later.
That's fucked up.
The kids came back and you started macking.
No, not,
That's
not in front
fucked
of the
up.
fucking
Cheyenne,
kids.
You was like you waited
give me
for the
top.
kids.
Not in front of
Give
the
me
fucking
top.
kids.
were you getting topped up
That
in
was
the
also
treehouse?
coincidentally the treehouse that I first got offered a
AJ?
A tug
HJ.
job?
You're
Yeah.
getting HJs in the
Dude,
park.
like 2.5 years, like
Cheyenne
2 years
gave you
later.
a
Was it,
AJ?
was
2
it
years
Cheyenne giving you a TC
Was
Tugger?
it was not Cheyenne
Was
giving
this
me
story
the
a
HJ.
roundabout way to tell us you got a
This guy
tug
was
job
telling
at the
us
park?
This is totally
he got
separate.
AJ in a treehouse in front of two 8-year-olds by Cheyenne.
Yeah, so Cheyenne gave me the HJ in front of the kids.
You had a
And
studio
the dad.
audience.
The kid's dad gave him a AJ.
he
got involved.
He's like, I am going. Listen,
And
I'm
then-
saying-
You're
And
horny.
then I
you're
knew I
horny.
was
I need to make
bisexual.
sure you're not horny, so you don't
Yeah.
kiss out in front of my kids.
hey, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna give you TC Tugger, and I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm gonna
Okay.
jerk you real good, OTP HJ, and then you quit kissing in front of my kids.
Hey, beat it or I'll beat it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna beat you off. So
He's
you,
like,
you
he's
don't,
like angrily just jerking you off, just looking in your face like,
Hey, don't come here again, I'm gonna
better-
jerk you again.
You better come quick, boy, because I'm tired of you making out from my goddamn kids. He has a southern accent now.
you keep
Yeah.
coming here. I'm gonna keep coming, making you come.
Yeah.
Anyway, 20K patrons, we drop our tier list.
Yeah, the world religions,
Yeah. We
and also
we
hey,
rank all women.
also nationalities.
Every woman ranked. Meryl Streep go tier.
Did you hear about our decom tier list?
we were watching the movie this week.
Tiger Cruise.
And which decom moms are most likely to throw it back?
We need to get on that.
The D moms.
The D moms. The D moms tier list.
If you don't make a D dads one, you're sexist.
100%.
Okay.
Oh, you think we're not getting which D dads I want to see in the shower?
Which D-dads did you throw?
Which D-dads give the best pipe?
Yeah, that's it. Which D-dads have that D dick?
Now I'm on board of the tier list.
And it's just Mickey, but he's like
Wait, what
balding
is
with a
this?
huge
Not
cock.
the
Is
not
this
the
it?
dad in this movie. That guy's low.
What'd you say?
Zipper just pulled up a tier list. I don't know if it. Oh yeah, it is.
Disney Channel moms
This
tier list
exists?
maker.
No,
Wow.
no, this is
Not
not what I
Disney
want.
Channel.
The title's wrong.
I know,
the title's wrong. I don't like this.
I know, but it's weird that already
because
exists.
it's not.
It is weird.
It's not about attractiveness. It's who's most likely to throw it back,
Okay, first of all,
which is better.
That's right.
crass.
Yeah. Sorry, he's a patrician. We need.
Who has the sickest cat?
Who has the what? The sickest what? Oh, the sickest gash.
Gash. Yuck.
And now Aiden's a problematic one.
You're problematic,
If-
bro.
yeah.
Get him, Clippers.
If we were trying to move away from the locker room vibe, we've just solidified it.
Which decom mom has the best mutt?
Oh my god. That's the
Yo.
first time that's been said.
Which decom dad? Yeah, for sure.
You've said a unique sentence.
Which
The world, a portal unlocks. It's like you've said it. You've said the one sentence.
Yeah, I can go to the nether now.
The community gets like a bad rap because there's always people who are shitty,
Well,
right?
it deserves it because it's really cringe.
It's-
and I think
it's
that's its
cringe.
biggest
Cringe
issue.
often is more of a crime than anything else.
People
That's why
sometimes
ethos
hate cringe
exists.
more than racism.
Crime
Yeah.
or Cringe. That's a good series for
Crime or cringe?
your YouTube channel. I'm just trying to be
Yeah, okay.
helpful
and
to
I
you.
look up crimes
or cringes.
cringes.
Which, you know,
and
the
you
line
have to-
is,
you have to guess.
yeah, you have to guess which
So
one
this
it
man
is.
murdered 17 children.
No, I like the idea of a guy watching an entire like black and white footage of a man in an electric chair until he's dead, and then being like, guys, crime or cringe?
A man goes around smelling the seats in a bus when everyone gets off. Is it crime or
I think it's
cringe?
both. This is a problem.
can't be both.
No, that's not a crime. It's not a crime.
It just isn't a crime.
It's not a crime.
Well, then it must be a cringe. You
It
win
is
the game,
cringe.
Aiden. You played.
Whoa.
It's cringe.
But
It's not a crime.
I would say it kind of is a. Maybe it's not.
What
a
would you?
crime.
What's
Smelling
the
the seats,
charge?
what's it-
Yeah, right. Like what? Being
What if
an
the
American,
person who gets up sees them smell it? Does it
Right.
turn into a crime?
No.
No, I mean,
It's
I
not a
guess
harassment of some kind?
Is
No.
God? What a. Oh my God! It's like an Escher painting in my head.
It's cringe. It's really cringe.
This is my $1 million YouTube video for
Okay,
you.
all right,
You
we're
did
getting
it.
there. You know what? Good job,
Crime
Nick. Good video.
Crime or cringe. Crime or cringe.
Crime or cringe.
Paying for somebody's parking in LA.
See, it's like a philosophical question. It's like, man, like, can we actually pay money for
Can it be
other
done?
people?
Right? Yeah.
Dude, I got
Economy.
I got a fucking parking ticket. This is not a good story, but I'm telling it. I got a parking ticket in Highland Park, and I have gone from my car for 3 minutes. They camped me out, bro.
Yeah, because you're fucking
were like-
operative.
And then I got up and I got back. I really grabbed coffee, went back to my car, ticket.
Good.
It's fucked up.
Good.
That is fucked
finally
up.
fucking someone takes a swing at you.
Billie Eilish is born. She lived in Highland Park one time, and now all the cops are there.
Yeah.
And they want to persecute me, a gamer.
Well, they want to persecute her for having sex with her brother.
That's not. Don't say that.
I don't think
Don't
that she
say
does that.
She doesn't do that.
I don't think Billie Eilish
I
has
like how
sex
you
with her
say,
brother.
I don't think that she does that.
Well, I can't be certain, but
Oh, you can't be certain, right? We
She
can't be
could be
certain.
doing that.
Many things
She's
we
not.
can't be certain of in this world.
We can be certain. They're not.
You're certain.
I'm certain.
You're 100% certainty. Billie Eilish and Phineas Eilish have never had sex with each other.
I've
You
never
know what
heard
this
his whole
is?
name.
The
This
crime or
is
crime or cringe. Crime or cringe.
Cringe. Sex with your consensual sex with your sibling. Crime or cringe?
Well, that's a crime.
No, it's cringe.
Why?
It's
I
cringe.
think
This is
incest-
not American.
Wait,
No, I'm
isn't it
pretty
a
sure
crime
incest is
just
a crime.
to marry your sibling?
Why?
Wait,
Why is it a
maybe
crime
it's not
for
a crime.
incest?
Are we not fucking Americans?
I mean, you can say that sentence to every crime.
No.
Murder? Why? Are we not Americans?
But this is my question to you.
This is applicable
Incest
because
is-
America has laws, and would the laws apply to this
I'm
situation?
pretty sure incest is a crime.
And the crime of incest is embodied in penal. That's funny. Penal code.
It is
285 PC.
Look at that.
So you can go to jail for up to 3 years for having sex with Billie Eilish. It felt like when you ever have like something from a tree just fall on your head before, like in the forest. That ever happened to you guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Just like
Yeah, forest.
Like a
forest.
pine
Yeah, you're in
cone.
the forest. Things
Walking
fall on your
through
head.
like
They go-
apples.
I'm saying yes on
okay,
ironic.
thank you.
You got,
Like a pine cone or something
and
falls
then
on
you
your
get
head.
a big lump that's
Yeah,
called
and it goes straight up and your hat goes up in the air.
and then you go,
Yeah, it's all yes.
This is a real
Right before,
thing.
right before
that
grand
happens.
piano comes in.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
So
And as he walks by me, he reaches around and gets a handful of ass.
Oh, man.
Like holds on to it for a sec.
Wait, now hold on. We don't know if this is sexual harassment yet. Hayden, what were you wearing?
We should pretty woman him.
Go back.
You go in the store with
Big
a
mistake.
very nice suit.
Huge. And I strip down in his
Well,
store,
I
and
don't
I'm
think-
like, you
I think
can't.
he's onto
You
something.
can't have any of this.
You can't have what I got.
You bend over and your nuts come out of your shorts. And you're like, oh, whoops.
You act flirty, and then you have 10 men in women's suitors walk in, and they're all like, Aiden, we're waiting for you in the car in our big limo where we all fuck. And then they go, ew.
Something I do-
when they look at him.
Something I did think about.
Oops! I dropped my cool $100 bill. Look at my nasty nuts peeking out of my undies. And then the 20 suitors just fucking spit.
The 18 naked cowboys. Who's this fucking old fuck?
Yeah, why you
can't.
bald?
You know, I took an Eastern European literature class.
I didn't do that.
Name one Eastern European literature writer.
Dolkvik.
That is not a guy. You could have said Dostoevsky. You said Dolkovic.
I thought it was close.
That's crazy.
No, look up a Dolkvik book.
How do you spell that? You spell Dolphin, yeah.
Dolkovic.
Yeah, right. It's like-
D-O-K with an umlau. V-I-C maybe K. Whichever one has a book.
Yeah, whichever guy.
Yeah, that's the right idea.
Yo, pause.
Yeah, I cheated my way through that class. Subscribe to the damn YouTube,
Right
you
now.
pieces of shit.
Please.
All of you fuckers suck.
Use a